Hello and welcome to a new stream. In this stream we will be testing the final demo build of the upcoming game, which is ToonRoll 2, which is going to be released soon. So this will be the final demo before the full release, which is going to be this year. I don't know the exact time, but when I have a good Steam page, it will be released, I guess. So now we will wait until it's released, and let's test the game. Before we start, let's just stop the music and let's go to Windows build, and this is the game. The demo is about, I guess, let's see the properties, it's about 99 megabytes, so it's not that big, but final game is going to be around 200 megabytes. This is just a minimized version, so it doesn't have all the levels. I guess it has four levels. Yes, no, it has 3 levels and 1 tutorial level, and that's it. So this will be the final demo until the next and the final version of the game. Yes, as you can see here, I switched from the Godot physics engine to Godot Jolt, and it's way better right now. So let's start the game. So yep, this is the main menu, simple, and it's effective and good. So we have a play, we have an info screen in here. Well, this is just the only info we have right now. So when we start, we will have the tutorial scene. In the tutorial scene we will have a lot of things, not a lot of things. It's just going to teach you the controls and how to control in the game, because the main goal of the game is to be hard. So it's not going to teach you a lot, you will need to learn by yourself, but it's going to teach you the controls. So let's see. As you can see, there is voiceover, which made the game way more immersive and better. So in here we have the keyboard control and the controller controls. Yes, it supports all control types. In here, since the Xbox controllers are the most used in PC, I made the Xbox photo that shows how to use. The game controls are tested using a PS3 controller and of course the keyboard. So this is the goal. As you can see, you can either go to play using this button, or you can just run directly here, and that's if you do it. Even the tutorial is hard, so let's just start directly to the first level. As you can see, a new music. I will need some feedback about the music. I made it myself. I guess it's the first game music I made myself, so I guess it's good for the type of the game, but it just needs more smoother experience. I will try to fix that and maybe remake some parts of the music. And also we will really need some better music in this game, because it's just the sounds make the game way better. If you played the other demo build, you can see that the second level has changed, and now it has a big wall there in here. So let's just test. You just push the wall, and it makes you a path for you. Of course, I will not spoil the full game, but yes, this is just a demo build that will be released this month, in the end of the month, after I fixed some bugs and also the music smoothness. Yup. No. So yes, you need to control your physics. If you push too hard, you can lose easily. So let's just push. Yes, I didn't push it correctly, but yeah, it's fixed. It used realistic physics, I guess. This is if a jolt even have realistic physics. It's used in Forbidden West. Looks good. It has a lot of physics things, but it's not just it's not that realistic physics, because as you can see, there's a lot of problems like in force. You can't really control impulse and force realistically. If you push too hard, you go way too far, and if you push a little bit, it depends actually. It depends in speed, so I guess it's realistic since it's using speed with force, which more speed means way more force, which is great, I guess. So this is only the second level, and it seems hard. The next levels are way harder, but I am not going to spoil everything. So I'm not going to show you the development of the game. This is why I didn't want to do devlogs, because I guess devlogs spoils the game. Like, you need to make people excited. I show you some footage if you follow me on Twitter, which has the same name as my YouTube channel, which is Arabic. You can find me posting some footage and some screenshots from the new levels, which is way more exciting in that way than just posting a full devlog showing some boring programming stuff and also showing the full game, which removes the excitement. So I will only, yes, I need to fix this. Why is it showing there? As you can see here, a new obstacle type, and it looks great, I guess. Moving walls. There is a lot more type of obstacles in future, actually, not only moving walls, don't worry. I think I already showed some in Twitter, which is a find the button puzzle, where you need to find the button to open the wall. In the next level, this is the obstacle, I guess, and in other it's easier. It just shows you how to use this, how to fix this puzzle, or how to solve this puzzle. But in the other levels, when you're playing the game, it's going to be way harder. So let's see. Yes, if you're going to say what's the purpose of here, this ball, which now are called blowy, I gave them this name. Well, because it's just fun. You can push them, you can do whatever you want with them, but sometimes they make the game harder on you. If you land on them, they can push you if you are in a bad position, which is hard. So let's focus on the game, less talking and more focus. I am the creator of the game. Last time I easily beaten this level, but now it's just getting harder. Maybe because I am streaming and playing at the same time, which make things harder to play for me. No. Okay, so let's just start again. Yup. So the final demo will be released, as I said, in the end of the month. I guess I will add some new features to the demo with some fixes of the problems, and this will be in the Polish section. I will participate in the global game jam, which has a Polish section in my country, where you can use when you can just participate with an already made game, but you need to add some features to it. You need to make it more polished, control better, fix some bugs, everything, and you just you give it to the judges and to people so that they can play it, and that's it helps you market your game while adding new ideas in a game jam. And I guess it's going to be a good opportunity to market ToonRoll, since it needs heavy marketing. So as you can see here, the camera changes because you need to go through these tunnels. Sometimes it's hard. One problem that I found in ToonRoll was the optimization. So the ToonRoll number one was didn't have a lot of graphical effects, so it was really optimized. So yes, this is the demo. As you can see, it's easy, but some people can find it hard to play because it's just not that easy for other people, as you can see. So if you would like, you can play the current version. You will find some differences, notably in the graphics. I did remove some graphical effects, like volumetric fog. I guess I removed it, yes, because it wasn't really necessary. It added some features, some look, but it just wasn't really great. Maybe in the final version, which is going to be the full version, I might add a settings tab with the graphics, where you can enable everything, like the SDFGI in Godot. It was using SDFGI, it was looking good, but it was using way too much resources for no reasons. And I found that removing SDFGI and increasing the lights intensity, and also adding ambient lights, added a bit similar effect to SDFGI, but not really that real time, or not that good of quality. So yes, as I said, I'm going to add a settings tab so that you can change controls, and also you can just change the graphics as you want, add effects, remove effects. I might add some particles that you can remove and add, so that everyone can play. If you have a good machine, you can just play easily with good graphics, with the real-time light, and also with particles and volumetric fog. And if you have a lower end device, just remove everything, which I guess it's going to be great. So since we finished, now I guess it's going to be the section where we are going to test a new engine. But first we will see how we make levels in my game. So we are going to open Godot engine. It opens fast. This is what I like about Godot. Yes, don't see this. I'm just working on a multiplayer version of the game. It's not a multiplayer version. When I release the full game, I plan to add in future updates a multiplayer section. Now it's just using local multiplayer, which is not secure, and you only play with people connected with your network, which is bad. So the thing that I am going to do is, when I open a Steam store, I will just use the Steam networking, which is way better. So yeah, this is it. It's using simple code. So let's just go to ToonRoll. No, 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 no. Close this. Close this. Close this. So, yep, this is how. This is the levels I played now. Yes, as you can see, the structures of the levels are similar to some other games, which is obviously because I am inspired from other games, and also because in Godot it's famous to use grid map to build levels. So it's just like this is why it feels like there's a lot of squares, because I am using the grid map. So, yep. So, yep, I just add things like that and just remove them. So it's easy. Before I was planning to move my game from Godot, but I guess just because I needed a better rendering performance, I was going to just move to a new engine, which is the engine that we are going to discover today. But I had some problems porting the game, so I guess this game is near finish in here in Godot. Why not just finish this game, try some performance tricks and how to make the game look without sacrificing the performance, and also the physics performance is going. I just need to improve and minimize the numbers of rigid bodies in my game. Like that, I was planning to move my code from GDScript to C#, but I was used to GDScript in Godot. I did use C# for some parts, but I ended up porting them to GDScript again because it just makes sense for me to use GDScript here in Godot. So that's why. Also, the engine that I was going to port, which is the Stride game engine, it has better rendering performance, and for the physics, I used the Beppu physics, which is the new physics engine in Stride. It's really good. It has good performance. It's mostly used for simulation, but it has features for games. This is why they moved from the old bullet physics to the new Beppu physics. I tested it, it was good. I had some footage, I guess, about it, which is here. Is it in here? Maybe. So, no, this is the engine. So yes, I had some footage about it, but I don't really remember. Where did I put it? This is the Godot. Yes. Oh, here I was testing a new level editor. It's called Total Editor. It's a free and open source editor. You can check it. Yes, I am a contributor in it. Not really a contributor. I just updated the libraries used and just fixed some problems with old functions and moved them to new functions that because the other ones were removed. It's using Greylib. So this is the footage. It's not really some big changes. You can see that it's look very similar to the Godot version. It's just it has weirder physics. In terms of rendering, it has way better rendering effects. This one is an old one, I guess. I need a better version. No, not this one. Yup, I guess it's this one. This is a test for the menu. It's one of the side. It's one of the sides that is lacking in Stride, which is the UI. I had problems with the UI, but I managed to fix them. One of the things that I needed in the UI and I didn't find was the outline effect for the text. I managed to add it, which was merged actually in the engine. It was, I guess, my biggest contribution yet, which is and I'm happy for that, and that's thanks to the good architecture, and it's very to use rendering engine API of the Stride game engine. Actually, I really liked it. I really like to work with Stride source code. It's using C#, not C++. I am better in C#, and I find it easy to navigate C# code. So yes, this is why I used it. As you can see in here, as you can see in the Stride version, I can use way more rigid bodies than in Godot, because Beppu physics, since it's made for big simulations, it can support a lot of rigid bodies. But the problems I find was the control. It's similar, it's good, it looks good, but it just had some problems. Also, I had problems with shaders. Since I am currently learning Stride, I need to learn the shaders. They are using SDSL, which is a superset of, it's close in terms of syntax to HLSL, but it compiles to GLSL too, using SpearV compiler, which is pretty famous. You can find it in Stride, I guess, engine website. We've got to blog. As you can see, they switched to SpearV a year ago. In here they are explaining how they switched to it, and they are using, let's go in here, they're using their own custom shader language. Like in Godot, Godot is using a shader language that is a superset of GLSL that compiles to GLSL, but in here it compiles to, I guess, everything. Let's just go to effects, not physics. Let's just go to graphics, to effects and shaders. This is the effect language in here. So this is the effect language. I need shaders, shading language. This one. It starts as a superset of the HLSL shading language. It's a superset of HLSL, but it compiles to bringing advanced and high level constructions with extensibility, modularity, and reusability. I find it's pretty good actually, but it's just hard a little bit since I don't have really shader experience. I didn't use shaders that much in my game dev journey, so I mostly used, in SFML I didn't use shaders. In SFML I was just using the built-in 2D rendering. So OpenGL I didn't really dive into it that much. I did some things, but not that much. So this is why I find it hard for people that already have shader experience, GLSL or in HLSL. Especially if you have in HLSL, you are going to find it easy to learn SDSL, because let's just go to it. Because here, yeah, is it here? Yes, it's here. So this is how it looks. This is the code. Let's just go to custom shaders in here. Yep, like this. So in here, open, this is, if you add this to your code and you add the shader to your material and add it to your model, it's going to make the model green. So it looks pretty easy, but when you're doing advanced things, I wanted to do the outline effects that I had here in Godot. It wasn't a success. What I wanted to do is just use an already made one if you go to the community resources, but I ended because I didn't have a very good I wasn't really good at Stride. I just broke my project. Like, I just imported wrong things and I caused a conflict between files, which caused me breaking my game project. So until I learn more about Stride, my future games might be made in it, because I really like the rendering and also the way the source code is structured. It's built fully in C#, which is really great. Some parts use C++, like the audio for the models that were imported, and for importing models they were using C++, but it was switched to Silk, I guess, silk.async, to this one, which make it easily to just switch. It was using async. They were using their own async implementation that was just calling C++ functions, but in here they switched to fully in C#. They removed their own, I guess, their own build for it, and they are now using silk.net.async. They are planning to fully, I guess, switch their rendering to the silk.net, because now they are using separated libraries for each rendering device, because Silk support everything, I guess, all the rendering devices and libraries like OpenGL, Vulkan, as you can see in here, DirectX, WebGPU, but Stride, I guess, is using now SharpDX and for DirectX, and also Vortex for Vulkan, I guess. But since DirectX and Vortex are not really supported right now too much, they want to switch to something that is reliable, fast, and connected, support everything. So now we can just close this and just go to test it. So yep, this is. And also their editor right now is only working on Windows, since the editor is built using WPF, but they are switching to Avalonia. So if we go to here and put the pull requests right in here, and let's just no, in here, and let's just go to Avalonia. I guess it's just in here. A lot of parts are being moved to Avalonia, like the Nugget Resolver is there has a pull request to move it to Avalonia, but this one is the famous one. It's from Cryptos. Yep. So this is it. They are removing some parts, and they are fully moving to Avalonia. So if you want to test, I think you just go here to this branch, to the Exploit editor branch in this repo, which is a fork of Stride, and you can test the new. It's just simple, I guess. I have it in here, I guess. So let's just go to here and coding to open source and Stride Exploit editor, and let's just go to build and open the stride.sln. And when you open this, you just need to change which part you will need to export. You will need to start, so change the project. In here you will have the stride.gamestudio, which is going to compile the WPF version. You will need to switch to let's try to get gamestudio.avalonia.desktop, which is going to change in future. They are going to change names, where they are going, the WPF version will be named stride.gamestudio.avalonia.stride.gamestudio.wpf, and the default one will be the Avalonia version. So let's test now. Now there is just test of some part. Now you can just only, this is just a test, there is not a lot of things. You can actually open a project. Let's see, let's open this one, and as you can see, it's going to open. Let's wait for it. It's going to take some time, and the latest version is 4.2. oh yeah, it didn't take that time a lot. I don't know what is this window, but let's just forget it. So this is the output, the assets, errors. As you can see in here, if you just click, there's everything in here. Like, as you can see, the names, there's still not inheritance from scripts, and also changing settings, but you can actually. So if we open the main scene, I guess we can, or no, we can. It still cannot open scene. Oh, we can. So you can select the camera, everything, but there is nothing is working right now, since it's just like a demo. What I think, this is simulate crash, which simulate the crash. This is not the real one. I changed this. I removed some parts. The real one have the you add email and your message. For me, I just added the report issue button, which just directly move you. I guess they are going to do this in future, where they are going to remove that email and message thing. They are going to fully switch, I guess, to only opening issue in GitHub. But let's just wait for now. The thing that is fully done, I guess, for cross-platform, this is the WPF version of the launcher, where you download the editor, and also you start and update the editor, and also install the Visual Studio extension, which helps you add the support for the shaders inside Visual Studio. You can also use the VS Code version. There is, I guess, a VS Code version, or if you want to use another editor for your shaders or programming. If, let's say, programming is supported directly in Rider and VS Code, if you have the extension Rider support by default C# project in VS Code, you only need to download the .NET and C# extension, and it's going to give you automatically code report, and also, I guess, IntelliSense if you want using it, and also code highlight. But they officially support Visual Studio and VS Code extension for shaders. Shaders are only supported in VS Code and Visual Studio for now, but you can use the LSP, which you can find in the Strider here, I guess, repositories, and SDSL. This is the parser and compiler for SDSL. I guess this is one. So this, you can use it to create your own extension. You can just use the LSP for SDSL, which is already, I guess, built in here. Yep. Let's try it. This is the parsing. This is the shader LSP. You can just use this one so that you can add the shader support to your favorite editor, I guess. So for, as I said, the one that is fully, I guess, is close to done, just some visual things that need to be fixed, I guess, is actually the launcher. So if we go here and we go to launcher, stride.launcher. So this is the stride.launcher, and I guess it's full. It's already done. It's close to this. This is a WPF version, so it's only work on Windows. For the cross-platform version, first we need to close this, I guess, and let's just go to bin debug. I already built it, so let's just find it. Always C# projects have a lot of DLLs, so let's just, this is one. Yep, this is the Stride launcher, the cross-platform version of the Stride launcher. Since it's debug, it's going to take some time. Okay, so this is the version. As you can see, it's close to be done. I guess it's done, but it just needs to be fixed. Some fixes that I want are the version used by projects. I guess it's better to be here. Also, the path of the files, it's better to be shortened, like in the WPF version. Also, everything looks good. Buttons are responsive. I can actually start the editor from the launcher directly without from this launcher, so it's actually working. Everything is working. Like, I can just click and start, and it will start the editor. It works the same like the WPF version. There's no changes. It's just cross-platform now and using a different UI library, Avalonia. Avalonia have a lot of similar things to WPF. I just started learning Avalonia, and since Avalonia does have a lot of tutorials, I found that WPF tutorials are great. You just need to do the tutorial that are inside the documentation and follow the getting started tutorials in the documentation of Avalonia. Then just go switch to WPF tutorials, and if you get errors, you can just check the documentation for changes. There is a documentation part where you can just that show you the differences between WPF and Avalonia. I guess the only differences are for the themes and the how to make things look, but for the other parts, I guess it's similar. Let's just close this one. Now I guess we will need to test the engine. I guess we can't do it now, but let's just add some music, which is this one. So we're just gonna put it in here, and let's just test the engine. I'm just going to make it a bit just like that. Okay. Oh yes, it's just going to, it's showing you in here. Oh, Metal has its own. I didn't know that Metal has its own shader language, MSL. What is that? BSHGL. Is it for PlayStation? What is that? Rendering. Oh, what? So I can just port my game to the PS3 in Stride or what? PSGL. Oh, PSSL is for the 4 and 5. PSGL is only for the PlayStation 3, I guess. It's not supported, I guess, in PlayStation anymore. I guess they have a new rendering API. I forgot its name. Let's just see. But let's just forget this for now, and let's just start Stride. Let's just test Stride and see. So start. Should we start in a new project or no? Or an already made project? So yes, let's just some general. Let's create stream. test stride. Let's just select this one. Windows, yes. Let's use Direct 3D 11. And yeah. What we could add is particle sample assets. Maybe? Or no? Let's just let's just open an empty project with nothing in it. Just like that. As you can see, this is the stride editor. It's good, I guess. Just like that. If you want to remove it's by default it's like enabling most of the effects, the default effects, as you can see in here. I just go here and you can see what I am talking about. So bright filter is on. If you remove it, you remove this sparkling effect, I guess. From bloom is on. It's not, there's not big changes, but if you don't need it, let's just remove it, like streak, lens flare, and this color is just like that. What about access? I like access look, but it's just not for this. I use access for the horror games. It's better for horror games. It supports a lot of types in here. You can there's vignettes, there's film grain, there's not a lot, it's just grain size. And now you can see you can just control it like that. It has a lot of features actually. Not like in Godot, but it has a good amount of features. Let's just go in here. It's here where you can change the color. So A is supporting all the colors, but if you want to just only make a game with only one color variation, green or blue, but I want everything. Let's just remove it and there's default things. There is a built-in outline, but it's better it gives an outline to all models. I don't want that in my game. I want it only for the ball. There's also support for fog. No, they don't support volumetric fog for now, but you can add it yourself, or maybe it could be added in future for Stride. There is skybox. You can control the light that is coming from the skybox in here. There's the intensity where you can just, for the sun, I guess. It's mostly just an image right? So directional light. This is the directional light. Oh wait, skybox. Did I do something wrong? Oh yeah, one, just like that. And there is a default. This is just, yes, there is a built-in code editor, but I do prefer using Visual Studio over it. It has everything, I guess. It has everything: code completion and code highlight. It's very good. It's just a minimized version of Visual Studio. Just Visual Studio, but only the code, the editor part, not the full, just the part where you write code. This is the Stride built-in code editor. It's just built like that. So yes, you can open the IDE using this button. You can use other IDEs, like I said, like Visual Studio Code I guess, or Stride, or Rider. There's a lot. Rider, Roslyn Pad, I guess. There is Visual Studio Code. There's also, I guess, Mono Develop. I don't know if it's still active, but there was Mono Develop. It's very old. There is the default text editor. Notepad. No. Shader edit. Wait, I can just change that. There is Visual Studio, but if you have VS Code with C#, you can just change it from here. Interface. You can just change. Oh, there's light switches. This one is, I guess, closer to Unity's version. So just reload our project, which is going to reload the editor too. Oh, no, it's light theme. Sorry. Oh, I made a mistake. It's not this one. My eyes are hurting. Dark steel, I guess, right? This one is the closest to the Unity. So I just reload project. It's just hurted my. I hurt my eyes. Yes, this one is closer to Unity's interface. I guess it was a user that made this theme for people that likes the black editor. There's also the light, and there's just not a lot, but you can create your own if you use the source code. It's just WPF, so you can just change the theme with minimum lines and create your own theme. Maybe if the community like it, you can just add it. They can maybe merge it to the engine, maybe. So as you can see, this is one thing that I like here that isn't in Godot, and it's the camera preview here. It's going to be added in Godot 4.4, but it's not here. It's I guess in the property grid here. In Godot, it's going to be in the property grid. It's good too, but why is it late? It was supposed to be like in way earlier. In Godot, for that type of problem, I used an extension that just added the preview here, because in Godot you will need to click to preview the view, but in other engines like Stride or Unity or Unreal Engine, and also in the Flax, you can just see the preview here, just like that. Sometimes you will, but there's problems in Stride, like the editor is not really that stable. It crashes sometimes. For me, it crashes a lot, I guess, sometimes, especially when working with shaders. When I try to work on shaders, if I add a shader that is not correct or have problems, there might be some rendering issues and the editor just crash. That's a negative thing about Stride editor, which is crashing. This is why they are trying to rewrite everything so that the editor can be cross-platform, so it can work on other OS like Linux or Mac OS, and also to try to minimize the crashes and the stability issues and also the performance issues. WPF is not really a good content. It's stable, but it's just not that stable with the Stride. WPF, I guess, is more stable than Avalonia, but it has, I guess, less features, and it doesn't support all platforms, so it's just limited, but it's, I guess, the most stable of all, I guess, other ones, but it's just not, I guess it's just not working well with to make engine editor. It's not made for that. It's not that advanced for engine editors, like, because it's not the it was it's it will not crash for you. I guess it's only a problem for me, because I think because I used a lot of things that made editors crash. I did have crashes in Godot, but in Stride it's a bit more frequent if you do things wrong. But I don't think it's the editor fault. It's not the editor fault, because it's not that. I guess it's the asset compiler fault, as I remember. If you go to Stride and you go to the Stride engine repo source and the engine, I guess it's somewhere in here. I guess it's in the assets. It's not in here. It's the compiler engine. It's the asset compiler that is, because sometimes I just change some things. I just control save and boom, it just like crashed the whole editor. This is a problem that needs to be fixed. Maybe it's not an editor problem. It's inside the engine, or inside a part of the editor that is causing crashes for Stride. So let's just try to test to start the game. You can just click here or use F5 like in most engines. So this is just a sample. If you create a new empty project, this is the sample. This is what you will have. Simple control of the camera. One thing that I will miss from Godot is like in the input. Because I have a French keyboard. It's AZERTY, not QWERTY. So the first letters are A, Z, and E, while in the American and the English it's it's Q, W, and E. So I don't have W is ASD in here. I have ZQSD. So in Godot it's automatically changed, because it's not the same. The thing that you can use here in Stride are virtual buttons. Virtual buttons are good, I guess. When you want one action to have multiple buttons to use. So let's test it. So I am using the latest version. Okay, so let's add asset. No, let's add dependency and Bepu physics. Just save. Go to asset in here. Let's just add a Bepu configuration like that. Yep. Now let's just file and reload the project, because we changed things. Okay, so let's just close this one, and that's it. Let's just go toward the ground, add physics Bepu, static component. Let's change this to mesh collider. And mesh, resume. For sphere, let's add body component. Sphere collider. Yeah, that's it. So I guess I need. What if I change this to? Will it show? It's not showing. Then you just file reload project again. Yep, now it's looking good. Now we can see the colliders. So let's just change it back to 0.5, which is the like that. I don't know if it supports it. I want to see if it supports mathematical equations. That is just 1 divided. Oh, it does. I don't know. No, it doesn't. No, it was a mistake. It doesn't. Okay. So in here there's the collider. I want to add bounciness, so we just 0, I guess, and I just add this to 10, so that we can look at it. And I just add, make it a bit here. The camera, let's start it like that. You can see. And just start. Let's build and start the game. Oh, wait, what? What happened? What? Something weird happened. Let's make it 5. What if I add 2 in here? It's not what I want. What? Why is it disappearing? Oh, I forgot. Let's make this one 0. And let's make this one 5. I just switched. I made the inverse. Oh. Still same problem. The heck is it disappearing? This is something that needs to be fixed. Maybe we can ask in the official Discord. Let's open Discord again. Yes, I use Discord and Google. Don't tell me why. I'll just go to Stride Physics. This is a weird behavior. Just disappearing. No, wait. Let's just test something else. Oh no. Let's just 13. Let me make this one 3. That's 3, I guess. Let's just go in here. Change this to 0. Sometimes I'm just stupid. I don't know why. It's working. Okay, so let's just make it way in here. Let's see. Okay. So first, I'm going to remove that script from the camera. I'm not going to really use it. I'm going to make this to 0 in terms of the rotation. X-axis 0. easier. Use it a bit like that. Just like this. Let's see how it looks. Yup. Let's just open here. First, let's just create code. Add assets. Script. Async script. Let's test it. Just Let's make it back. Simulation update in here. Yep, it's not used. I need to add interfaces. Okay. Let's go down to W. I will not change this. So let's just make it sit. Next time I will switch it to virtual buttons. So let's just see rb dot apply a linear impulse. Let's time speed. What I like about Stride is sometimes I don't really need the editor. I can just create a project, a Stride project, and just directly just only use code. And since people liked the approach that you can use code only in Stride, and I am one of them, I like to just use code. You can in this version you can add objects in runtime by using code, but if you want to fully have the code only experience in Stride, I guess there is a C# nugget for that, which is the Stride Community Toolkit, which is this one. It has a lot of this Stride Community Toolkit. It's used to add a lot of amazing things to Stride. Like there is like, if you go to CRC, and in here, Community Toolkit example, this one, games, game extension. Any game made in Stride need this game extension. Even if you use the Stride editor, like the normal way of making games in Stride, this one is very amazing. It gives you like a delta time, like this one. It's just a delta time accurate and also a delta time. It's very useful. Also, it like set focus lost FPS, set max FPS, enable and disable vsync. You can just, and also an exit, you just add, like, if an escape button is clicked, just call the exit function, it will directly exit the game. You just need to create an igame variable, which is this one, a variable of type igame, which is easy. I like the code only approach in Stride. It's amazing. There's helpers, like for the vectors, just anything you need, like in physics. There's this one, like height map extension, simulation extension, everything. In the rendering, one thing that I liked in here, I guess, just the procedural models. You can create procedural models like primitive model type. You can just call them like primitive model dot capsule, and you will have access to it. You can just use the code only approach, and the best way is to use the official documentation with the Stride community toolkit. If you go to the tutorials, you will see everything, like the easing function. Normally you will need to make it yourself, but using the Stride community toolkit, it's like there for you. And for physics, pick and aim, it's a tutorial. The Stride community toolkit is aimed to make it easy to develop games in Stride, like adding libraries, adding some helper functions, and adding a lot of things that will just make it easier. Instead of having them all in the Stride game engine, you can just install the community toolkit and access them. And also, as I heard from the official maintainer of the Stride community toolkit, he told me that the Stride community toolkit is also used as a playground. Like, sometimes some features before they are added to the Stride game engine, they are added in the code only. I guess they are added here in the Stride community toolkit, and they are tested, and then they are added to the engine if people want it inside the official engine. As you can see here, there is the API, and also let's just go here. This is the C# basic example. In here it shows you how to create like everything without without any editor. We just go to the create project, .NET new console project, and just add the community toolkit packages. And since some examples use the Bibu physics, you can just add it. It's better to add it. So, and you just build, like this is the example code to set up a biz 3D scene. So it's amazing. You don't like editors and you want some really good 3D like rendering without a lot of work, just use Stride. It's like there for you. The rendering is built in. Just set up a base 3D scene and it's directly there. You can just control the camera and everything using code. So let's just go back to our game. So apply like this. Let's just test the game. Okay. It's not working. That's weird. Why? It's supposed to. Oh, I guess. Okay, apply impulse. Oh, I know why it's not working. Why? I didn't add it to the sphere. So also before we test it, let's go back in here, reload. Okay, let's in the startup function entity dot get nope, the body component. Yeah, I forgot to add RB is equal to, I didn't get R. Let's just let's just, it's easy, remove this exception. I will not using after simulation update now. Okay, so let's just test it. Will it work? Oh, okay, so I need to switch that because of the camera, just minus here. Okay, so let's just test things out. We can just add something like that. You just copy. Let's just make a full controller. Also, let's just fix what? Why did I do S? And let's just remove the minus. Let's just add in here Q and D, and let's just use in here X. No, yes, it's X, and in here it's X actually. Right is positive. Okay, so let's start and test. Okay, so we have, as you can see, we have now a controller. I don't like that, so let's just, what we can do is just create a simple texture. Let's just, where is it, create that. Oh, I have a, wait, why create it from scratch when we have it already? This is go to game project, it's ToonRoll tried. Yes, I already tested. The videos that I showed you is from here. Let's just go to the texture, ball.png, control save. So you can just close that when it opens. I hate that. Show in Explorer, stream. Let's just go to resources, and you just add it here. Then we can just add like add asset, and where is it? Textures, color. Resources. Nope, not in here. Stream test. Stream test stride. Resources. Ball.png. Sphere material. Let's just change this to texture. Let's just minimize it. This one. Let's just ToonRoll with realistic graphic. Okay, so let's just tune it. That. It's like in ToonRoll. Okay. Assembly. I like this. It looks very realistic. This will be ToonRoll 3 with this graphics. Yes, ToonRoll 3 officially is going to be released in 2023. No, it's not going in 2030. 2030. Yes, 2030 with advanced and realistic effects. Let's make it more close. Let's just improve that. It's going to look really bad, really bad. Oh shit, it looks amazing. I like this, but is my GPU happy? I don't think so. I guess it's fine. It's just like that. What if you add the same thing? Wait, there's a class map in here too. And for there's no reflection. I cannot. It's in the post processing, I guess. Local reflections. Maybe, I don't know. I forgot if it's like that. If this is what I need. Oh, please don't destroy my PC. No. Oh, it's working. Actually, it's just not very visible. Okay, so let's just add it. Let's just in the to not destroy my PC. Let's just decrease it. I like that. This is great. Okay, so in here, I guess it's the metalness map. That is, it's not great. Let's make it like this. Just like that. Let's see. There is a bit in here, but it's not really looking good. Let's just remove the metalness, it's way too much. Let's just change it back to gray. And also, let's just remove local reflection so that we don't destroy this. Okay, let's add a UI page. Add UI page. I like the way you make UI in here in Stride. I like this. Yes, some people will not like it. They will prefer the normal in other engines, but I like it. I like this way. It's nostalgia. It's like you're creating a WPF or Avalonia app. WPF, Avalonia, I think, don't have this. It's like creating a WPF app. I think they inspired. I want it to stay like that, but it just needs a little bit more things, like more features, better rendering performance, and just better looking. Like as I said, I am the one who added support for like outline for texts. As you can, I will show it to you. So let's just ball control test. Okay, just like that. Let's just go to the appearance, and here I will use the normal font. Let's just make it text size 100. Yeah, let's make it center where it's text alignment center, like that. In the main scene it looks okay. So the problem here, why is it like dark? I still, yeah, it just needs some modification here in Stride. I guess it's in graphics. Is it in here? Texture, it's, I guess, let's try UI. No, it's not. Tutorials. This is the tutorial part. Nope. Let's see in here. No, it's not here. UI. Clean UI. This one. Okay, so let's try to make UI clean. Since the problem is that in here in Stride, the UI is inheriting from the rendering, from the rendering, the graphics compositor. So even the UI is using the graphics compositor, which making the UI look a little bit bad. So this is why there is a way which is in here. Each component in Stride. Let's see model. There's a render group. We can create a separated render group. We can just like that, just a separated render group. Let's choose, maybe we can choose the group 31 and make it only for the UI. So that we go here, we choose the render group, make it 31. Now 31 is normal, but let's just, when we add those changes, but first let's just add some outline, make it 10. There's problems, as you can see, there's still problems. There's the SDF problem. There's an ongoing issue that I opened a while ago, still not fixed. I still didn't fix it. There's some problems in the SDF, I guess. Also, it's better to keep it normal. Let's just make it 2. It's looking good in here, but when you exaggerate in the outline thickness, it just becomes unusable. 3. 2 is the best for now. Okay, so let's just follow the clean UI. Up in here, there's UI. Let's just add a new render stage and let's call it UI stage. Okay, you just follow this one. Okay, so let's just close this window. There's UI in here. Okay. Okay, so on the right side, okay, so let's just, this is the effect name, test, and render stage. Which one is this one? Okay, so let's just change the value. It's not even rendering right now. Okay, so let's, it's not rendering still. Okay, so now let's just go to UI stage, I guess. Okay. Mm-hmm. To include a scene render collection. It's like that. What is in here? Editor rendering. Where's this one? It's the... Oh, why am I searching? It's in here, in the entry point. Go, it is the editor rendering. How can I change the editor rendering? Was this? Oh, this is the one. Okay, so shared forward rendering. Okay, is scene render collection. No. Add tool. What? Single stage renderer and a forward renderer. A shared forward renderer and a single stage renderer, which you will have the UI stage. Okay, like that. The game renderer. Now it's rendering perfectly. Okay, but in the game it will not render perfectly because we need to add another run, so it's a bit more. Okay, so there's a camera render already, I guess. No, there's not. Camera render, where are you? And a single stage renderer. Single stage renderer. The single stage renderer will have the UI stage. Not change anything, I guess. The camera renderer is going to be main. The child is going to be a single stage renderer too. Single stage renderer. Children, there's 3 children's. Oh, the UI stage. I'll just remove this one. Okay, we're gonna remove this one. I will not need them. I will add another camera renderer. This one will have a main camera, single stage renderer, and no, it's not. It's going to have a shared renderer, just like that. I'll just save it. Now we have a better UI look. It's not affected by the effects now from the graphics compositor, I guess. Okay, I don't know why it just like that, it just jumped. No, there is a lot of things. No, it's working perfectly, I guess. We will need to add jumping. It's not that hard, I guess. I don't really know. For now, I'm not sure. Okay, so selection, recast. Vector origin is going to be entity dot transform dot position directly. Now the direction is going to be minus vector 3 unit max distance 2.0. If now it's hit info, we'll just hit info, we'll just hit. Oh, let's just name it result like in here. Okay, so collision mask. Nope. Consider collision mask. We can create a new collision mask. Okay, before that, just create a new collision mask. Not in here. This just added in public. Collision mask. And let's just make collision mask here, just like that, and boom, private. Floor. No. Boom. Is granted false. True, and also debug this. Okay. Into okay. Guess now we're finished. First, let's just go to here and let's set the ground. Collision, let's just set collision mask 4. This will be sphere. Collision layer 4. Like that. Yes, if I'm correct. Okay, so let's test our things in here. Now it's grounded and it's not jumping, and the controller broken or what? Let's test it directly from here and let's see what is the problem. Visual Studio is just better for debugging. Oh, it's working. Oh no, it's way too much. What we can do, let's keep it 1.0 f and just simulation time step. It's not recommended, but it's good. It was working for me. So it's not testing what it's just here in update. rb.awake is equal to true. I'm going to tell you why. Because when it just doesn't move directly, it just sleep. So you will need to keep it awake, like in every frame. So this is why we add this. I had the same problem before. Okay, let's just make, if it's grounded, input, and also let's just make this else. Is grounded equal false, and also not grounded, and let's just make this one, and now let's just test it and see. So it's not grounded, and now it's grounded. You can move. Yep, it's jumping, but it's not, it doesn't look like it's jumping because this is way too little. Let's make it 15, which is the double. Let's try to test it, and boom, now it's just moving. Okay, still needs a little bit of pushing. Let's just double that. If I know it's going too much, forces double the number doesn't mean to double the force, I guess. Sometimes no, it means double the force. Okay, we still do. But what, the more you click, the more it's going to jump. It's just, at least it's working. So if you go to in, boom, it falls. So yes, we can just make things here like look cool. If you don't want to see the UI, I guess you can remove it from here. Oh no, it still shows. So why is the UI? Yeah, that's a problem that needs to be fixed. Okay, let's fix it in future. Now let's just see. Let's make this one big enough. Don't worry, it just needs to be updated. How? You just reload the project just like that. If you reload the project, it's just going to like automatically reload the collisions and everything. I guess I am not an expert. I'm still learning. Yep, automatically. Okay, so now I guess it's going to be bigger. Okay, now it's bigger. We still need to make it follow, but it's not today, it's late. As you can see, it's a capable engine. So it's getting late for me right now, and yeah, I guess it was a good stream. I enjoyed it. I hope you liked it too, and I will try to make streams often. Like I have time right now. I guess I will stream. I guess I will stream now for the Stride game engine, where we just going to learn together, and also I might stream in Avalonia. I need to learn Avalonia. I will learn it because I want to learn to contribute to engines, and since I found that the Stride game engine is great to contribute to, I find it like clean. I find it easier than other engines to contribute. Because I understand how C# is build system works, and it's just easier to build than C++. But I'm just going to start with Stride since it's C#, but I will just try to contribute to more tools and engines and maybe create my own. But I guess contributing to Stride will be a great learning experience. And I want to, since Stride really needs like people to work on the Avalonia port, I want to learn Avalonia, since Avalonia is actually will be useful for me, since I will need it, because as you can see, it's I can, with Avalonia I can build mobile applications, desktop, and also if I need in future make my own tools, and I will need a UI library, and Avalonia is pretty good. And I tested a while ago to make like, if you go to repository, my own repositories, I have this Ayur which you can test. It's a little game framework that I was trying to build, and it was using GrayLib. It's a C# library, but the core rendering is made in GrayLib. So this is the framework. It's C#, graphics.cs, and core, and there's rectangle type, and also there's the colors, and this is the Ayur color, the main one. So this is the resources, I guess. I was using this one. Yeah. So this is the core. This is where everything is happening, like all the rendering is in here. Framework.h is the main framework header, and this is the framework.c where rendering happens. How do I do that? It's just pretty easy. Program.cs, nope, not this one, is this like graphics.cs, like I just use DLL import. That's it. To call the Ayur DLL, which is a DLL created when building. So we're using that. I can, if in future I create a game engine using C or C++, and I wanted to like use Avalonia for UI, I can just use the DLLs and just render the scene directly to their editor. So this was